The buyers who are winning right now aren't the ones trying to perfectly time rates or predict prices. They're the prepared buyers. Welcome to Real Estate Explained. I'm Nick Bush, a Fredericksburg area realtor, and this podcast is focused on helping you make smarter real estate decisions right here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Each week, we break down what's actually happening in the local market, talk through what it's like to live in Fredericksburg, and answer the real questions buyers, sellers, and investors are asking without hype, headlines, or guesswork. If you're buying, selling, investing, or just trying to understand the market better, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. One of the biggest shifts I'm seeing in the Fredericksburg market right now is that buyers aren't just looking at price anymore. They're focused on payment. And that makes sense when you think about who the average buyer here actually is. The typical buyer I work with is around 34 years old. They're often married, which means dual income. They usually have one or more kids, so space suddenly matters a lot more. And they've done a solid job with career growth and are often a six-figure household income. And more importantly, they're not buying a starter home. They're buying what they expect to be a long-term or forever home. That's a big decision with today's prices and interest rates. A lot of savings and a lot of monthly budget is on the line. These buyers are being asked to buy larger homes, and they're often told they should put 20% down, which is a massive amount of cash. So yes, interest rates matter, but what we're really doing right now isn't rate shopping. We're mortgage payment shopping. What matters most isn't just the list price or the interest rate. It's what the payment looks like and how the payment fits into your real life. This is where it helps to ground the conversation with actual numbers. The data I'm using is based on homes that sold in 2025 using the same criteria across both markets. Single-family homes, at least 3 bedrooms, 2 or more bathrooms, and 3 levels. When you look at Fairfax County, the average close price in 2025 for that type of home was about $1.3 million. Now compare that to Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania County using the exact same criteria. The average closed sale price here was about $679,000. That's a difference of more than $600,000. So in very real terms, you can almost buy 2 homes in Fredericksburg for the price of 1 similar home in Fairfax County. And that difference matters a lot, not just on paper, but in everyday life. It means a lower monthly payment, it means less money required up front, and it means more breathing room in your budget. If you go to my website, thekobecompany.com, there's a mortgage calculator anyone can use to run the numbers at any price point and any down payment amount. I use it all the time with my clients to show mortgage scenarios. For this episode, I'm using it specifically to compare these 2 markets. So if you take a $679,000 home in Fredericksburg and put 20% down, that's about $135,000 out of pocket, with a monthly payment of just under $4,000, assuming a 6.5% interest rate. Now compare that to a $1.3 million home in Fairfax County. At 20% down, you're putting about $260,000 down, and your monthly payment is a little over $7,500 a month at the same interest rate. That's more than $130,000 in additional cash required up front and over $3,500 more every single month. That's real money, that's cash on hand, that's flexibility, that's room in your budget to actually enjoy your life instead of feeling house poor. Now let's talk about how homes are actually behaving in the Fredericksburg market. Homes that are priced correctly are still moving. Homes that are overpriced tend to sit and then get corrected. Using the same home criteria I mentioned earlier, the average days on market right now is about 33 days. That's important because it means buyers don't have to rush. You can go out for 2 or 3 weekends. You can take time to decide if a home really works for your family. Second showings are normal again. From a pricing standpoint, homes are still selling at about 99% to list price. So this isn't a market where you're throwing out lowball offers and hoping for the best, but it is a market where contingencies matter again. Buyers can confirm condition, they can confirm value, and they can just slow down enough to make smart and confident decisions. And this brings us to the most important takeaway from everything I've just said. This market rewards prepared buyers, not buyers who are guessing, not buyers trying to perfectly time rates or prices, prepared buyers. Now that we talked about affordability from a number standpoint, let's talk about lifestyle. Because affordability doesn't exist in a vacuum. Fredericksburg isn't one market. It's several micro markets. And where you live here can dramatically change how affordable the area feels day to day. Let's start with the 22407 and 22408 zip codes, especially around exit 126. In this area, you'll find a lot of traditional colonial homes built 30 to 40 years ago. There are also a lot of downsizers here, which means great bones. But you may want to update or personalize your home after you buy it. The cool thing is that as downsizers move out, younger families move in, which creates long-term stability and upside in the neighborhood and for value. There are also solid new construction opportunities in this area if you want something more turnkey. From a convenience standpoint, it's hard to beat. You're close to Plank Road, Central Park, the mall, and a lot of everyday retail. If you prefer a different lifestyle than traditional suburb vibes, downtown Fredericksburg offers that. Downtown is a historic, walkable, and full of character. It has a strong restaurant scene. Some of my favorite places are Sedona Tap House, Benny Vitale's for pizza, and Fahrenheit 132 is a never miss. Along with some local shops and small businesses, it's great for date nights, weekends, and family time. And an important reminder here is that you don't have to live downtown to enjoy downtown. Right now, there are also about 65 active new construction listings in Fredericksburg with average prices just north of $700,000. So if you have a bigger budget and want something brand new, that option still exists for you. One of the coolest things about Fredericksburg is that you really get to choose your lifestyle. You can live in the traditional suburban colonial HOA, you can live a smaller version of city life, or you can move a little further out and get land and space. Road access plays a role in that choice. Plank Road and Route 3 are convenient, but busier at peak times. Route 1 offers more affordability depending on the stretch. Living close to 95 is great for commuters, but comes with traffic and noise trade-offs. None of these options are good or bad. They just have to match how you actually live. For families, areas like Lees Hill and Bloomsbury come up a lot. Lees Hill is a master planned subdivision with sidewalks, pools, tennis courts, and a strong family feel. Bloomsbury, while technically in Spotsylvania, feels very much like Fredericksburg. It's quite established and offers larger homes and lots while still being close to daily amenities. From a school perspective, Lees Hill Elementary and Courthouse Road Elementary in the Cortland District tend to be among the stronger local options. And in parks like Patriot Park and Alumni Spring Park, you'll start to see why people are often surprised by how much lifestyle Fredericksburg actually offers. And all of that ties back to affordability. Because affordability isn't just about what you buy, it's about how you live once you're here. So after looking at the numbers and after talking through what living in Fredericksburg actually looks like, this usually brings people to the big question. Should I wait to buy until prices or interest rates drop? And that's a fair question. But here's what I'm seeing very, very clearly. The buyers who are winning right now aren't the ones trying to perfectly time rates or predict prices. They're the prepared buyers. Prepared buyers know their numbers. They're pre-approved, not just pre-qualified. They know what monthly payment feels comfortable. They understand their down payment options, and they're clear on their needs versus their wants. Waiting isn't wrong, but drifting is. Affordability in Fredericksburg right now isn't about catching the perfect moment. It's about being prepared enough to recognize a good opportunity when it shows up and having the confidence to act on it. If you take one thing away from this episode, let it be this. Affordability in Fredericksburg isn't about time in the market. It's about preparation. And if you're trying to figure out whether Fredericksburg actually works for your budget, your lifestyle, and your long-term plans, that's a clarity conversation. You can DM me, text me, or reach out however you're comfortable. Just mention the podcast. Even if you're 6 or 12 months out, getting clarity now puts you in control instead of guessing. In the next episode, I'm going to flip the perspective and talk directly to sellers. I'm going to talk about what sellers need to understand right now, because this market looks very different than it did a few years ago. That's all from me today, guys. I really appreciate you for listening or watching. And if you found this episode helpful, make sure you subscribe for our weekly Fredericksburg Real Estate Insights. And if you're buying, selling, or just trying to figure out what makes sense for you in the Fredericksburg market, you can reach out directly. You can email me at nick@thekobecompany.com or find my Instagram and DM me at Nick Bush the Realtor. You'll also find resources, guides, and my mortgage calculator at thekobecompany.com. Thanks for tuning in to Real Estate Explained, and I'll see you on the next episode.